there, welcome to Lo-Fi TV. My name is Sue, and today it is a privilege to have with us a very talented band by the name of the String Theorists. Would you like to introduce to everybody who you are, what you do?
Okay, the String Theorists is actually a string quartet. Now, the name string quartet usually conjures up images of being stuffy, old classical types, but that is what we are not.
How did you guys meet?
We all met from another performance we played back in '09. So we started playing together ever since, but the Theorists was only formed this year as a rebranding because we started to get more unusual requests for pop music, rock music, and we were actually doing them. So the String Theorists is different names, same people, but we are now doing Lady Gaga and canon rock.
Okay, so you are kind of like, you know, Beyonce and the alter ego, like Sasha Fierce type, the sexy type, right? So it's like, you know, the good boys gone bad.
Definitely.
So, you guys been classically trained for many, many years. What is your background in your instrument? Like, you know, I'm 21 and I spend, you know, 15 of my years, you know, on the strings.
I wish I could lay claim to that. I started cello when I was 13, a very late age.
Oh. The rest of you?
Started violin when I was 3.
3?
Yeah.
Before you know how to speak, you were learning to play the violin?
I can't remember if I spoke first or played first.
He's a freak of nature. In terms of a musician, you know, point of view, or it doesn't work, as in like it doesn't appeal to the crowd. What does it mean by work or don't work?
How do I put this? More like it is able to translate for 4 instruments because at the end of the day, we are a string quartet. Our way of working is not the same as a band, for example, lead, rhythm, bass. We actually have 3 violin parts plus a bass, so it is more classical in nature.
Oh, it's very technical. It's very technical for me. I do not really know anything about the notes and, you know, taogays and music reading and stuff like that. Alright, so here's a little question for you. I don't know whether, you know, you can help me with this. Is there like, you know, like a bunch of people that will look upon you and frown because you have diluted the spirit of classical music?
Yeah, for myself, I don't really think it's diluting the music, but it's just bringing people, closer to the classical instrument, because in the end, it's not really that different. We can switch from classical to metal anytime, so it's just really letting people enjoy and listen to music.
What are your inspiration? Who do you really love?
I'm the metalhead of the group, actually. The group's heavy rock songs, right, were largely in part due to my influence.
That's kind of like a contrast. I just can't wrap my head around it. Alright, what about you?
I listen to the quartet. They are a modern group. They are also a string quartet, but they do not play rock, but they explore new music. So I see this as a new endeavor for me to try a different kind of music.
For myself, it's David Garrett, the rock violinist who was just here in Singapore. So anything David Garrett.
No, I'm here because I enjoy playing music on my own, and with them, it's actually pretty cool. I'm also here because I want to be riding on the next big trend that I foresee happening in the music industry. You know, focus on rock, pop, you know, more contemporary music.
So tell us your experience of your best performance. Did you score with the chicks?
At Outdoors Cafe, Acid Bar, we were playing StarCraft, Pokemon, Tetris, Final Fantasy, and Super Mario, among other things.
That is pretty cool. Maybe you should show us what you've, you know, done for that show. And what about you?
My favorite performance is the one we had in Zouk. It is under the Fred Perry subculture event. What's interesting about that gig was that for the first 30 seconds of the gig, we actually booed at. But after that, right, the more we played, the more we won over the crowd. Actually, they started singing with us and dancing. So we really enjoyed the experience.
For myself, it'd have to be this event we did at Sinwin Music. It was at Marina Square, and we started off with normal classical pieces, and we slowly moved into metal. So there were a lot of small kids around also. Just looking at their response was quite interesting for me.
So the next question is, where do you see yourself in a couple of years, maybe 5 years' time?
So in 5 years' time, I mean, hopefully we won't be here anymore. You know, going overseas, doing other gigs, bigger gigs, but still looking back to our classical roots, playing some classical music and all that. You know, finding trend is important, but still, you know, remembering our roots, that's imperative.
Final question. So if you guys have a chance to collaborate with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Beethoven and Deep Purple on the same stage.
That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird.
Perhaps with the Tang Quartet, because we know that they are fully classical string quartet. So it'd be nice to see how the classical and the rock group, the electric group that we are, juxtaposed against each other, and I think that would be quite interesting.
I think they'll kill me, but I love JJ Lin. Yeah, so JJ Lin.
Not too much.
Alright, I mean, I'll prefer not to collaborate with anyone, because that means that we are not that successful, and we have to share the profits.
All right, thank you for that. It's an excellent, opportunity for us to meet together and get to know you better and appreciate what you do. So I wish you all the very best.